We have a problem. I'm not sure how I'm going to top this for the rest of the trip. This is the coolest mountain road I've ever driven up. It's not even close. Yo, friend, good morning. I'm sick of the rain, the gray, the cold. It's starting to snow. I want to head down to warmer weather, down to California. The classic road trip. I'm doing it again. We're running it back. I am so pumped to get going. All yesterday I was preparing, putting the last accessories on this here new truck because GMC challenged me to take one of their state-of-the-art electric trucks on an adventure. This is the GMC Sierra EV Elevation 2026. I'm still just pinching myself that I get to go play with this thing. And yesterday I was setting up accessories for carrying down even more equipment and gear. It's so much fun just getting a rig ready for an adventure. It's just the best feeling in the world. The anticipation is very high. The plan is coming together. We've got a mountain to go up. That's the first objective, a mountain with a road that might be closed, but we'll worry about that when we get there. And we're heading from Canada all the way down to California across the next few days. And I really want to find some incredible wild places to camp, some friends I want to see. I'm really looking forward to seeing friends. And this road trip is personal for me because about every 5 years at least, I've driven this route since I was 5 years old. And there's something about these really long drives for me that are really special. And the speed and the motion of heading down the roads and the trees flying by and watching the terrain change and listening to music, that for me is one of the times in my life where I find I can actually reflect and then dream and make goals for the future. I genuinely love hitting the road. It's so meaningful to me. There's something about being in motion that might be the closest thing I've experienced to what I imagine meditation must feel like for the people who actually have the skills to do it. It doesn't happen immediately, but let me just say I am very eager for it to settle in for me on this trip. Okay, we have a problem, and that is we're barely into the trip. As I'm driving, there keeps being these roads I want to go down in the distance up to local mountains, up to these spots that I want to go explore. And the problem is I have some progress I want to make down south because there's people I want to eventually meet up with. And I also want to do some wilderness camping in some epic spots. And I can't do all of them. And this one specifically, there's a lookout at the top of this road, but Maps is showing me that the road might be closed. And there's actually multiple routes to get up here. And we're taking one of them right now. And it's saying the road's closed. Maps telling me there's some of these sections that are hypothetically closed. We don't actually know if the road's closed. It might just be a seasonal warning for it eventually being closed. But the only way to find out is to head down the road. Having the e-bike loaded up on the back. It looks pretty good. This is a fresh build. I've been experimenting with it over the summer. I've been assembling some parts and it's fully custom. So that is one of the roads that was closed. Makes sense. It's a bridge being put in, getting worked on. We can keep heading down there, which is fantastic. Map said it was closed. It is not, in fact, actually closed. This is the craziest mountain road I have ever driven up. Like this is sublime.
But I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for you. And though our life's not the same now, I just want you to know sometimes you've gotta let go. It's blinding, 'cause once it's love's what remains after all. Lightning.
I don't know. Like, this is what I look for when I go out on road trips and do overlanding stuff. Like, this is what I want out of the experience, is to find roads that take me up to places like this. And I am so thrilled. And this right here is the fire lookout. This is the reason why the road is so well maintained. Most of the fire lookouts in the Cascades you have to hike into, or the people who actually work at them, if they're operational, they get flown up to them. But this one's historical, so it's just kind of up here. And there's obviously some networking, cellular tower gear, weather watching stations. And so on this trip specifically, I've got some internal things I'd like to process. The last time I did this route, yikes. It was months before my daughter was born. And I thought, this is going to be the last long trip I do. And I'm so looking forward to becoming a dad. And also on that trip is the trip where, I got the text from my father that his dad, my Opa, my grandfather, got the news that he had fallen over at nighttime. And that fall was what began the end for him. And so you better believe on a trip like this, I'm going to be thinking about and reflecting on some of those that we've lost, especially in the last few years. It's good to be up here. On this trip, I've packed with me one of my Opa's old jackets, and it didn't quite fit me. So I busted out the scissors and sewing kit and turned it into a vest I could actually wear. And he'd probably think it's a little strange that something like an old jacket would mean so much to me, but it does. And it does because it reminds me to think about him. It reminds me of who he was. And I say this phrase all the time, life's better when you make stuff. And that is something I saw modeled by him. It's something that I try to bring into my life, to live into that way of being and carrying myself. And that's a big thing I'm trying to figure out for me right now. What kind of stuff am I going to make in this next chapter? And kind of more importantly than the what is how. I'm quite nervous about the next location because my friend who sent it to me is a pilot and he flies there. So it's remote enough that it's a good spot to fly a plane to. And that should tell you quite a bit about it as a location. This is really exciting. Let me tell you what's going on. For the first time on this long journey, we are going to be heading out of cell service to a wilderness camp spot down this road. I am so excited. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get driving.
Just exist.
This is incredible. Where there's no washed out sections, the road's in fantastic condition. And I think we're kind of winding along next to the river, and this is us. And this is the river that we've been following on roads right along here. So somewhere right around here is our destination, where it's a nice meadow that comes right up next to the river. I'm absolutely loving this. So great to get off the main roads. There's no one out here. I haven't seen a single soul. Okay. I think this is officially very, very high in the running for my favorite drive-up campsites of all time. This is unreal. Truck, river, no cell service, fish in the river, I hope. And I'm just pumped to set up camp and hang out here. This is incredible. And while I'm setting up camp, I wanted to share with you some of the things I've been learning, because I wanted to just say a massive thank you to GMC for sponsoring this video. This is the Sierra EV Elevation, and so far it's been proving an incredibly capable adventure platform. This being my first main adventure putting the truck to use, there's some immediate things that are standing out to me. One of the most defining characteristics about this truck is the fact that it's electric, and I was not prepared for how fast this vehicle could charge. I was completely unaware. I thought I'd be spending hours at a time at charging stations, and that's just kind of what I expected. When I let the battery drain down to 10 to 20%, I'd feel like, okay, now's a good time to hit up a charging station. With the super fast charging, I could plug this in and get back to 80% in roughly 30 to 35 minutes. That was incredibly, I just didn't know that going into this trip. I've been wanting to take personal breaks more frequently than the truck has on this trip. I have the available extended range battery with over 400 miles of range, which so far has been enabling me to explore in exactly the way that I would hope to. It's been very exciting to do my first electric vehicle road trip, and this truck has been an incredibly professional and capable machine so far. We are going to continue to get up to some pretty rowdy stuff on this trip, so we're not done testing this truck. Believe me. If you want to learn more about the trucks that they have available and the electric vehicles in their lineup, hit up the description for a link. Thank you for supporting my sponsors.
The thing about change is this a foreign language? Out of my body, out of my mind, trying to get back home in time. The thing about growing, days aren't slowing down. A heart gets harder, friends drift farther, and you're never growing young. But no matter where I go, there is peace here on the road. When we're walking hand in hand, trying to find out where love goes.
Is this not just the most ridiculous, beautiful location? Got an indicator, got a fly on. Time to put on the waders. I have to admit, I do normally go fishing with people who are much more experienced, and knowing where to fish is a majority of the knowledge with fishing. So I'm gonna attempt to fish the deep pool right after this fast moving water section. So I'm gonna cross the river right here, and that we'll start there. This is what it's all about. Just spending time in beautiful places. I'm having an absolute blast. I got a little nibble there, but no fish on yet. And that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. Man, the sun has come out in full force. What a beautiful afternoon this has turned out to be. I couldn't have asked for better weather coming from the rainy, snowy Canada, spending winter down in the sun. I mean, that's just incredible. I busted out the solar panels for the first time on this trip. We are currently generating 163 watts. Not bad at all. I don't necessarily need the power, but if we're sitting here in the sun and I got the solar panels with me, why not generate some? Nothing wrong with harvesting some sunlight, some rays. Beautiful day. As the day is closing off on my fishing and I still haven't caught anything, one of the things I'm thinking about is all the things I have left that I want to do on this trip. And it's always this interesting tension between enjoying moments of pause and then also I really like chasing after the next experience. That's incredibly fun. And so what's next is I'm going to my buddy Trent's place. So he was gonna actually fly his plane down and meet me here, but the wind and the weather didn't quite work out. And he definitely knows where to find some fish. So that's what's coming up next in this trip. This whole experience of doing my first electric road trip, I really wasn't sure if I'd be able to actually experience kind of the mountain and wilderness vibe that I normally chase after. So I would say things are off to an incredible start, and I'm very much looking forward to what's coming up next. I mean, I guess you could ask for getting a fish on. That would be the addition. But it's been an amazing day of fishing out here. I'm thrilled to pieces.